All right, what I want to go over quickly is our offensive thinking for our 2-minute offense, which we call our 911. It's an emergency, you need to go fast. And we just take our triangle offensive principle of 3 plays in 1, along with our communication techniques to help us be very effective and fast in what we're doing. So first off, our focus, that's the number one thing here, is not to go out of bounds to stop the clock, but to focus on first downs to stop the clock more than anything. And we'll use these 3 plays, kind of this mindset as we have a mini game plan. What that consists of, everything first is our pocket pass, which is everything's going to come out of our 4 verts concept. That's why Giants or All Goes is our number 1 pass play we install. Second option then is we'll go down to, we always want to have a sprint out pass where we move the quarterback's pocket or launch point. Again, it's great for critical downs, and we use our sprint snag, or a 2-point play we call it. And then your third option, again, not necessarily, priority isn't in this order, but you want to have your best RPO that you can run out of your 2x2 in your 3x1 sets. Again, it's what your players do best, quality control. And then last, you always want to have some type of screen. And the key with the screens is it can be what you run best, but more importantly, who you want to get the ball in the hands of on critical plays and has a chance to just make great plays. So real quick, Giants, 911, the one thing we've been able to do all the way through with the no huddle is try to eliminate the amount of processing for communication. What we do with all our 911 stuff is we have movement signals. So real simple here, if we wanted to go into Giants, we're going to start with, this would be ace right. The pointer gives a signal. Now, once we do a circling motion upward, that puts us right into Giants. So you can see how fast we can be with the processing. Again, this is the first play we run, and hopefully becomes one of the most efficient ones. Then to build off of that, you can start to go into your 4 birds complements. If you want to get a switch on the back side, then again, we would simply do, again, this considers ace. So we're in our 2x2. I'm going to circle that, and that simply tells the backside to run their promise. We're still running 4 verts from pass protection to read sequence. We just moved 2 people, but again, real effective against man concepts. Another way to attack blitzes and man out of your 4 verts then is go to your dodgers. Now we simply go to our duo formation. Again, we're circling up. That tells us a double drag. And again, great against when you feel you're going to get pressure. Again, with all of our 4 verts, our out is to go back door to the boundary, which is the dog typically, and we'll just go ahead and throw where he's beat to his backside for a touchdown, or we're going to be able to throw this as a back shoulder fade. This is what we use then also as for our stop clockage, is we tell the quarterback just to go ahead and throw this out of bounds. So we don't have to use a spike call and waste it down. We'll just do one of our versions of our 4 verts, and the quarterback knows he's going to come back and not get sacked. In worst case scenario, we're going to throw the ball out of bounds just like a spike call. But we have a chance for a play. Had a lot of success by getting the back shoulder fade and getting 20 yards and getting out of bounds versus having to just throw it. Another one you can do is you can get into your 3x1, and this was our 4 verts. Now we simply are going to get our 4 verts, but it puts us into a choice concept or cubs for our X. So now we can take that back door to the boundary principle and really give him 3 choices to beat that receiver. Hopefully we get a matchup that we like. And again, great way to use clock management where, again, you don't like anything, we can throw this thing out of bounds. We always want to have, this is an old West Coast base pass where we're going to run all hitches or curls. And again, this is a great one to have just to go ahead and, as they're off, to go ahead and throw really Brewers and Lucky. You always want to be able to run your quick speed outs. We don't use that very often, but now Orioles is simply going to be to the outside because we're throwing to the outside, so it's ace, and we're throwing there. With our sprinter, as I mentioned, we always want to be able to run a snag play, snag triangle here. This is our spikes ray. With that signal, we would just get into our trio or trip set, and we're just going to do a movement across. Now they know we're going into a sprint out. We're sprinting out. Again, you want to take your best RPO. I just used the example here of power because you want to be able to run it out of a 2x2 or a 3x1 set because that's what you're basically going to do. Here it is out of the 2x2. Again, by using all our alerts and our concepts and reading our RPOs, we still have a possibility of a quick pass, high completion percentage pass, but we're going to still be able to run the football. This would be out of the 3x1. Last, as I mentioned, you want to have a screen package. I feel that's one of the most important plays to have, not only in 2-minute in your regular offense. So we make screens, particularly screen pass options, a priority, running those as a warm-up drill every day. And then they're also great down in the red zone or on the goal line. So this would be an example of a slow screen. Again, you can pick whatever you run best, but I would encourage you to pick what gets the ball to your playmaker. Again, hopefully this was a quick overview of kind of how we would go about our 9-1-1 or 2-minute offensive thinking. Again, to review, we're going to base everything off of our four verts and our pocket pass. We're always going to have some type of sprint out where we can move the quarterback's launching point against pressure. And then thirdly, we're always going to have our best RPO along with some type of SPO, screen pass option. The key is in your communication again, is can you use one signal with a movement and one word to run everything and run fast. And then remember, at the high school and college level, first down, stop the clock, more importantly than trying to just get out of bounds. Thanks.